Okay, so this is like my third time trying to start this video. Mom life, kids running in and out, and now one of the twins, Sunny, you know, has her little attitude with me because I asked her if she can stop coming out. I'm sorry, stop coming in and out and, interrupting. So, one of, that's actually one of the reasons too, like one of the major reasons why I find it difficult to really like take off on the internet marketing or life curating because it's so time consuming and hard to make these videos and chop them up, edit them, all of that. It's not even just like the recording part of it, but you know, at this point, I'm like, I gotta start somewhere, and I need to stop looking for like only the perfect moments, because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be an influencer. That's never been my goal. Actually, that's the reason why I stopped even like posting a lot on the internet, is because it seemed to become oversaturated with influencers and people who want to tell you what to think or how you should live your life without, being like they do like passive aggressive. Anyways, yeah, so I'm not here to influence your life. I'm not here to, be I could have taken that route if I wanted to. It's actually, you know, it's hard, but it doesn't take a lot of, it takes a lot of energy, but it doesn't take a lot of brain power. Anyways, not to downplay or throw shade or shots on the people who are out there really taking off on the influencer lifestyle, because it's very lucrative if you're doing it right. But all that was to say, anyways, I'm not trying to be an influencer. I've always just wanted to share my experiences because, one, I think that I can be relatable, but I think that there are also things that are probably not as relatable and unorthodox that keep it interesting too. Keep an audience captivated. Here's what this intro is about. I'm getting ready for the gym. Fitness is a huge part of my life. Wellness is a huge part of my life, and it's something that I've always shared on my platforms. But lately, I really haven't been, sharing or even putting the effort towards really recording anything, just because, well, one, my camera broke and I was like so upset with the quality of how things were coming out. But also, even like before it broke, I was kind of already just getting a little bit discouraged because I'd gained a lot of weight. I wasn't looking my best and I wasn't feeling my best. I wasn't getting results the way I used to, and I just didn't want to be on camera. Yeah, true shit. So, long story short, that I just decided like I don't need to wait till those perfect moments. Honestly, when I'm looking at videos online and looking for my inspiration, I never really find it in those perfect videos. I always find it in the people that I feel like, wow, you could tell they put the work in. Those relatable people, and that's what I'm trying to give back. So I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna wait till I get to the gym how I was gonna to wait till I can. I kind of wanted to share just kind of the authenticity of even leading up to this. So first of all, it's a Sunday. It's 1:03 on a Sunday. I would not go to the gym this late on a Sunday. I would like to knock it out so I have the rest of my day. So even things like that can kind of discourage or throw you off, which is maybe why having a schedule is important. But for me personally, I don't live on a scheduled life. The lifestyle that I live and allows me the luxury of not having to conform to certain time frames unless it's like based on the twins, school and stuff. But yeah, normally on a day like this, I would have wanted to get up early because yesterday was my rest day. So I would have wanted to get up early and knock it out. But, and I didn't want to be on camera because I got a little hickey. Okay, so update. I wasn't able to find a pair of my own socks, but I was able to find my boyfriend's socks. Yes, I said boyfriend and I don't want to hear it, okay? Again, 2025, bruh, we all living in different situations. So, yeah. See, my bestie is not my boyfriend, but that's a story for another time, you know. Today, the story is about the struggle of getting that workout in, even when everything in your day is against you doing that, because you have things to clean, food to cook, animals to take care of, kids to take care of. Is this even the right damn foot? No, it's not. And you can't even put on your socks without a label. Okay? Yeah. But you're not alone. We're all fighting the good fight together. And I've decided that perhaps if I tell my story in the most authentic fashion and I don't wait for those perfect, photogenic, capturable moments, that it will actually reach the audience that it needs to. Because I don't care what the fuck you buy, or I'm not selling you shit. I'm not even selling you a dream. I'm just telling you how it is for me. So, catch y'all at the gym. Anyways, yeah, so I'm on my way to the gym. I was going to wait till I got there to start recording, but I decided, again, like, if I'm gonna do this and commit to it, I'm gonna commit, you know, all the way through and kind of give y'all the full journey. You know, I won't be able to do this every time, but today I'm not like pressed for time or anything like that. The kids are fed. It's Sunday, they're not at school, so I'm not like in a rush to get home. I have time to put some care into this, which was also another important factor to me if I was gonna, you know, really be on a platform in that way, was that I was, you know, gonna make sure that there was a sense of pride still in, you know, what I'm putting out there. Like, I don't like TikTok videos and like stunt videos. I've never been into that. I don't like trend videos. I don't need just like clicks, likes. I don't care about none of that. You know, the only thing I'll say is that the only part of me that wants to capitalize on that is because I understand the value of the marketing tool that it is, that it can be, and that it is in today's just way of life. You know, that is where people look to for their like their validation, their research, their information. They go to the internet. You know, things aren't all commercials anymore. People, not, and it's not like no one's doing this. Like, of course, we still have people like myself that love the old school way of finding information or even business. I love the face-to-face interaction. You know, like I kind of miss those things, like the human personal touch. But I'm not going to spend my life fighting against a wave that is basically a tsunami crashing down over our world. You know, I can't control that. I don't necessarily want to join it, but I do understand that I need to have a healthy balance with keeping my, it's not like a moral code or anything, I'm not like against it, but like just keeping my like what I'm authentic to, you know, not like do things for the, like I said, for the hell of the stomp or likes or stuff. I don't even like subscribe to videos like that. Like, sorry, I just cut my AC down because I forgot, like, it was like blowing right into the mic. I'm not actually on this mic right now. I'm just, you know, free miking. All these new terms. You could just basically make up anything and call it a word these days, or call it a identity. Just again, like, videos for another time. If any of those things seem relatable to y'all and you want to like chop it up, like about that, I would be happy to make videos about just those random topics like that, because there's no flow. There's no ebb or flow to how I'm gonna build this channel. I just I just want to be able to come on, do whatever it is I'm doing, whether I'm fucking tweezing out my nose hairs that day, or you know, squatting my 100 on the squat bar, doing something great, playing with the kids, whatever it is. I just you know, I just want to put out what the real is. And so for years, actually, when live was kind of just like popping off, I used to be like a live whore. Okay, I used to love getting on live, because I wasn't good at like capturing the singular moments like other people were, like for the Snapchat. So for me, I loved to just pop my phone up, get on live, and let whatever would happen, you know, because I'd be with my friends, my family, whatever, you know. It's not like I had anything to hide. And I liked sharing that because it kind of reminded me of the reality shows that I grew up watching, that basically were just watching families that you never even knew before this doing the most mundane and simplest things, you know, but with their own quirky and original touch. And that's kind of what drew you in. We'll have to stop for fucking air. My tire keeps going like low on this side. I need to get that taken care of. Another obstacle, just, you know, going to the gym. Boom. Just, it's not even like a direct challenge. It's like boom, 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 boom. Socks, kids, you know, but that's real life. Tire. These are the real obstacles that, you know, I face. And when someone looks at me, they think that, oh, you just, you know, it's so easy for you because you don't work a 9 to 5, so you just get to the gym how you want. Like, no, I still have my own daily challenges. Could you imagine? I have my own daily challenges, and now I'm taking on a 9 to 5 too, to go, you know, work for someone else and still try to make it to the gym. No, but I do have my own challenges, and to me, these are them. Like, I'm gonna have to stop and get some damn air on my way, but whatever. Okay, it is what it is. So, backtracking to what I was saying, yeah, so I would get on live and I would just, like, you know, prop up and, you know, be on there for like 20-30 minutes at a time, whatever I was doing, whether I was at work, like, because I bartend, I would dance, I would do, nowadays it's not like how it is when these bitches are in the medical field. Excuse my language, okay? I don't want to offend anybody. I'm just gonna be my authentic self here, and I'm from the South. That's how we talk. Bitches and niggas, niggas and bitches. Alright? If it offends you, you don't have to subscribe. you really don't, but it's not intended to offend. So moving forward, so the way, like, these bitches now, you know, they be doing their CNA or their medical field, whatever it is, and then they're on live. Like, I bartended and was in hospitality, so there was no risk at harming anybody else. Again, I'm not trying to judge. I'm just observing how things have, I wouldn't even say progressed, how they have progressively declined, you know, over the years. So it's another reason why I think I've kind of stepped back from wanting to even be a social media presence, because I don't want to get the lines blurred, and I don't want to have to even put myself in a position where maybe I have to sell out to do something that is stupid, which I wouldn't do anyways, you know. But again, you always say you're not going to do something until you're like in those circumstances and your back is against the wall, and you find people doing things all the time then that they swore that they would never do. You know, so yeah, I just choose to avoid that structure. But I'm more mature now than when I used to do that back in the day. Like, that was just for fun. I wasn't trying to really get any messages out there. I was just sharing my life, because my social media has always only been friends and family, like people I actually know. I'm not like, I was never like just getting people on my page just for the hell of it. I've never been like that. But again, like, social media got big during a different time than it is now, when kids are doing, like, they're coming onto the scene now. So again, I'm not judging, I'm just observing. So yeah, so I decided that now when I do it, I'm gonna keep that same core structure that I used to have, where I'm gonna be genuine, I'm gonna be authentic, and I'm gonna just share whatever the hell I'm sharing, you know, within reason. Because back in the day, let me tell you, I used to get on this bitch and I would be going through shit. But that's another reason why I was so relatable. How I know I can captivate even a small $800 following audience, because I'd be on live going through like real, I'm talking about, people be in court, okay? These are all stories, again, for another time, of these incidents, because they're actually really interesting and hilarious, and I'd love to share them. But yeah, like, I would be on live, like, really doing real shit, you know, not even fully grasping the impact that could have. Luckily for me, it was never a bad thing. It actually always helped me, because I was going through things that I needed the support, I needed the evidence and things like that, and live actually ended up being a tool for me to do those things. But if it was not those circumstances, it actually could have been, you know, something different. So yeah, I mean, like, I done been on live shoot, like, smoking, you know, and the kids in the background. Like, again, I'm from a culture, please, you know, I'm not saying you have to understand, but, you know, again, like, this is not really, like, to judge. I don't really give a fuck if you do or not, but just to understand, like, you know, for me, that's not a big deal. Like, you know, I grew up around people smoking weed. And cigarettes are worse. Smoking cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes personally, but, you know, weed, I definitely chief. And, you know, I'd have been on live chiefing with the kids, and, you know, you're not really thinking of the consequences that could possibly arise with that, because it ain't like you sitting there, you know, oh, here, nah, you know, you just happy doing dishes, whatever, cooking, doing, like I said, mundane and normal things. But yeah, so it's different now. So I think I'm just more aware and more careful. So not to say that I'm not going to be aware and selective of what I post, but I definitely want to keep the just the rawness. Like, I've never been a girl that's like, oh, I'm gonna sit there and filter up my shit. No, the most I like to do, I've always been like, I like to put like stickers and like decorate the photo, you know, real cutesy style. But I'm not interested in blurring out my stretch marks, doing all that type of extra shit. Absolutely not. I'm at this pump, this tire pump. So yeah, I just wanted to keep that in. So basically, that's why I said I'm gonna even record while I was on this quick ride, because I wanted to kind of give y'all a peer into like the things that I'm thinking about. You know, every day is not bumping, blasting music. You're in the headspace. No, a lot of times you're in your own head, and you know, I've been under anxiety attacks on my way to the gym. You know, can't even like get the shit together. So again, I just wanted to share with y'all the realness and the rawness that comes along with a lot of these lifestyles that you might see, and they're not showing you the behind the scenes. So consider this all BTS, behind the scenes. So I'm just popping into my local gas station where I just got my air at. Decided, let me just grab my water from here, because I end up spending so much with water, girl, get it together, at the gym. But see, they only got this purified shit here, and I can't. Okay, so see, it's just more, like a couple more challenges. Like, it for real, it just be happening. Like, okay, those are 2 for $4.40. That's what I would pay for one of them, so I'm gonna go with that. Oh, but they got the Fiji. Yeah, I'll probably get the Fiji. I wonder if the Fijis are on sale. I don't know, but we're gonna go with Fiji. Natural artisan water, yummy. I should have just recorded the whole thing at the gas station. This is what I've been talking about, okay? Like, it'd be hard to try to be the star of everything, the camera woman, the producer, all of that, because gas station interactions be the best. I'm gonna have to make a whole montage just on the gas station stops, like, because the gas station pull-ups be the funniest and the greatest, like, honestly, especially if you live in the hood and you next to the little hood pop off, little hood jump off. Oh yeah, and you a little sweet mama. Yeah, that's where they get you trapped up. Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie. But yeah, you know, if you're having a bad day, you pull up at the gas station, your whole day's gonna just go in a different direction, because maybe they're gonna give you hella compliments, try to sell you hella drugs, like, yeah, like they gonna be on you. So I should have went ahead and got that little interaction. But anyways, now I know. See, now I'm learning, figuring this out. And I guess unless I really would have just done it and said, fuck it, I'm not gonna keep waiting for these most opportune moments, I'm gonna just do it, then I think I would just miss it all. Like y'all would just miss everything. Who wants to see anyone once they're like completely successful and at the top? Yes, we want to see that too, but there's just something more relatable and just like inspirational about seeing the rise, the crawl from the bottom. I recently, this was put into my algorithm. YouTube, I'm not judging you, keep it coming, because I do like stuff like this. Okay, it was titled How I Started Doing Crack. I shit you not. That was the title. And I'm gonna click that bitch because I'd like to know. Seeing as that I personally have never done it, but I would like to be. I would be interested, and I love to watch the zombie videos. Like, it's sad, no, like, no bullshit. That shit is sad, but you know what I mean. I'm not gonna cap that I don't have a slight obsession with watching the tweakers, just because it's like, how does one get to that point? Anyway, this young man decided to tell his story and tell. I be forgetting that thing is blasting. I probably couldn't even hear nothing I'm saying. This young man decided to tell how one gets to that point. And yeah, like, I loved the vulnerability. It's just him inside the storage unit that he is renting to live in while he's getting his shit together. And it's like a 2-part video, probably like 15-20 minutes each long if you got time to sit and watch it. I don't know his name. Maybe when I do all of the editing, I'll figure that out and I can drop it in the comments or the bio or whatever it's called. But it's just him in his storage, in his camera, getting bit by like mosquitoes. You see him like slapping the mosquitoes off of him or whatever, and he's just telling his story on how the hell he had became a crackhead. And not only that, his part 2 dives into how he fell in love with a crack whore, is what it's titled. I'm not throwing shade. This is what he himself titled it as, and that's what it is. Okay, so if you're interested, go just type that into YouTube and it's gonna pop up, because it blew up and went viral overnight, basically. Or I don't know if viral and I don't know if those are the same terms or meaning in this world, but the nigga went from not having none of the views on it, and he has a lot now. I don't know if viral means that it's like on everyone's platform, but I know on YouTube is big shit. So yeah, like, he's just telling his story, and it's real simple, and you can see him going through the memories and the experience all over again right there in front of you. Unscripted, just himself, no one interviewing him, no one asking him these questions. He is just like, I'm gonna just go ahead and do something for y'all. And he does. And I'm trying to figure out how much love real quick, because I have to do something in my stomach before I start this. No hat. And also, we can stop and do I'm just gonna take a lighter. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'll go the gladiator, please. And I will do, okay, choice of 2. I'll do ginger. Oh, that's not okay. My flavor is strawberry. Ginger. Thank you. Okay, so I was telling y'all about the guy who tells his crack story. Alright, so yeah, I loved and appreciated the simplicity of his video so much. And I loved watching, because then I started watching his other stuff too, and then he ends up like moving out of the storage unit. But this is a different video. These 2 videos are what initially like attracted me. So that's when, again, like, I was thinking like, bro, there's no reason for me to be holding back, because I've already done it in my own way when I was going live and I was, having these experiences and I was coming on talking about it. I just haven't done it in a more organized way like this. So, thank you. Ooh, it looks so yummy. I just never have done it like in a more organized way like this. So yeah, I just decided that I'm gonna I just take a what is it, a leap of faith and a chance on myself, and knowing that I'm captivating enough. And again, I'm not even trying to not like I'm trying to fucking glamour the world. I'm just, like I said, trying to find my story, reach those who I know that it could be relatable to, and have the effect on them that these people have on me when I'm watching their stories. And like I said, waiting till I come up to the top is not going to be as it's not going to be as rewarding as it would if I am showing y'all all the struggle before it and all the grit before it. So I hope that this could be appreciated, this experience, for what it is. Like I said, if you choose to tune in and subscribe to me, that's awesome. I love and appreciate the support thoroughly and genuinely. And I'm hoping that it can build into that. But if it doesn't, it does not make or break what I'm doing, how I'm sharing my story, and how I'm going to present myself. So y'all stay blessed. I'm going to get into this gym, and the next time I hop on this camera will be to share the fitness part of this. Less babbling. Okay, ta-ta for now. Alright, so I hope that the outside noise isn't going to end up being too loud, that I'm going to have to end up deleting everything I make, but I won't know until I, just give it a shot. So, of course, I'm starting with a little bit of stretching here. So embarrassing, not embarrassing, but I feel awkward, being that person in the gym. Because I know for me, when I see people doing the most, I'm like, can you move so I can get on the machine? So that's why I decided also to do this on a Sunday, where I know it's a little bit less busy and probably won't cause as much, inconvenience for people. So yeah, I'm gonna just hop on this, kind of just open up my hips and my legs a little bit, because I'm gonna do glutes. Because tomorrow I'm actually going to be working out with my friends for the first time, girlfriends, so I'm excited about that. Because I don't have any female friends to work out with. So I'm going to actually do back with them. I'm not going to jump into glutes with them because I know they're not going to go as hard as I am. And I don't really want to slap on my glute day per se. So I'm going to do glutes today on my own and do back when I'm with them tomorrow. So yeah, this is just how it's going to start. Some stretching, getting things opened, and I'm not going to talk throughout this whole thing because I can't concentrate like that. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of, a little bit of context, and also to excuse if it's going to be so loud. I'm listening to this fire-ass Post Malone playlist right now. I wonder what my voice sounds like this close up. It's probably funny. Hearing yourself take a, what do you call that? A, customer service call. Yeah. Okay, so let's concentrate.